Disney fancy, please welcome all you housekeepers.
Thank you. Woo! We are here.
Oh my God.
All right, so this is.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to day one of Disney Cruise on the Fantasy.
We are so excited. We are currently driving from Orlando to Port Canaveral for a 7-day inaugural Lighthouse Point cruise. My first time on a Disney cruise, and the first time I've been on a cruise, I think, since I was 18 years old.
Jesus.
And how about you, John?
This will be my first cruise ever, so I'm ready to start cruising on the seas on this water hotel. I'm ready to rock and roll. I don't know what to expect. I just know that I'm ready to eat everything on this ship.
Yes. We have some good friends who are on this cruise with us, who are the ones that talked us into doing this cruise. We booked it in August of last year, so this has been almost a year of anticipation, waiting for this cruise. Since that time, we have switched jobs, moved to Orlando, started new jobs. It's kind of crazy to think about how much time has passed since we booked this cruise. Now it's finally here.
So yeah, we're gonna show you some more later on. Now we're just waiting to get through Port Canaveral, which will probably take about 33 more minutes, and then we'll be on the ship ready to film some more. All right, we are arriving on port, and look at that beauty right there. That is the Disney Fantasy. All right, we just got through security. We're about to board the ship.
Yeah, security was super easy. It was, easier than TSA. I thought we were gonna have to pull out the alcohol, but we didn't. So you can bring 2 bottles of wine or a 6-pack of beer, 12-ounce cans. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you
so
so
much. I'm liking
Um,
just high vibes right now.
Yeah, it is wonderful.
Wow.
All right.
Look at this. Look how cute that is.
Hello. You want a picture?
Yes, I would love a photo.
Okay. So usually you have a QR code to board as your boarding pass that they scan. But if you have a Magic Band Plus or the Disney Band Plus, which is specifically to the cruise line, that will be essentially your key to the world. So your room key, charging, all of that. We got it set up super easily when we checked in, and we are literally walking on the ship.
Disney fancy, please welcome all you housekeepers.
Thank you. Woo! We are here.
Oh my God.
All right, so this is the main atrium. We got Minnie, the star of the ship over here.
Wow. It is just grand. It doesn't even feel like I'm on the ship. All right, this is the first look at our room. Wow. There's plenty of space here for sure.
Oh, I see.
Hello. Whew. Wow, we're definitely gonna have a view. So we just finished Sail Away,
The sail away party.
and I am mind blown.
We're on the wrong side.
Am I? We're on the wrong side?
On the wrong side.
My mind is blown, and it is so crazy. This is my first cruise, so I've never experienced anything like that. And wow, there we have the presents on here. Look at that.
The magnets?
The magnets on here.
The presents.
The presents. The
presents? The cruise I went on, I've been on 2 cruises. One was in middle school maybe, and then my freshman year of college. Both were 3 days. We both had inside staterooms, probably like Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, something like that. I don't even remember. But yeah, so excited to be. We are still going the wrong way.
We're still going the wrong way.
We're on the right
lost.
side, but going the wrong way.
All right.
This is the way.
This is still my first time on a cruise, so I'm still learning my way around. And
You know what? You're seeing it live. You're seeing
it live. You've seen what it feels to be a first-time cruiser, and
Yes.
it is humbling. It is very humbling.
It's a little disorienting for sure.
But we're gonna go ahead and change.
I think these are the little present things that
They
we're
are.
talking about.
Oh, they are. Yeah, that was the hooks I was talking about.
Yeah. So yeah.
So we're gonna go change, and
We're gonna get cute for dinner. Actually, we're gonna get cute for Disney movie trivia at 6:15. Inaugural, the Irish pub that's in the adult area of the Fantasy. And then dinner's at 8:15. We're eating Animator's Palette tonight for our first night. Yeah, we're super stoked.
all right, guys. Well, we'll see you later. All right. Good morning. Day 2.
Good morning. We are on the day at sea today. Just got up, got some coffee. We were out until
3 in the morning.
No, we were 1:30 with our friends. Had a great time and got back to the room. We were a little peckish, so ordered some room service. Got some wings, chicken tenders, fries. The 2 a.m. version of room service was not amazing.
Yeah.
That's okay. And then we put out a little card for continental breakfast this morning. So that came out around 9. That's the latest you can get it. It's perfect. That was our wake up call. And croissants were good. Bagels were okay.
Man, the jelly was delicious. And I will say the coffee, what's the name of the place we just
We
went
just went to Cove Cafe.
Cove Cafe?
In the adult section after the ship.
The turmeric coffee is very good.
Yeah, my latte is delicious.
And it's very strong. They put lots of freaking shots of espressos in it, but I know I'm gonna be wired. It's gonna prep me up for the day, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and explore more of the ship and check out what Disney has to offer.
You want to go look at the fitness center?
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, we finished our workout today. We did a 35-minute run. It kind of feels good to, kind of keep active on the ship. Like we mentioned earlier, there is like a running route, which is like 0.4 miles, which is pretty nice, but the fitness center definitely has some great AC.
Yeah, it has had a lot of treadmills, a lot of workout machines, and maybe there's some free weights. I've seen on the Wish Fitness Center they have like full like bench racks and squat racks, but I did not see those on the Fantasy. Yeah, it was nice to get our sweat on a little bit and look out at the ocean, and got back, took a shower, and came up to deck 12. We're in the adult-only area forward of the ship. So there's many adult-only spaces, but on the pool decks there is, on deck 11, there is a pool with a bar there that's adult-only, and then on deck 12 there's another pool as well. No, the spaces are just really calm. I think a lot of people, question like going on a Disney cruise without kids. If you don't have kids or cruising without your kids, whether it's, going to be adult. And I have been so impressed, not only with all the activities that either adult only or just like acceptable and appropriate for adults, but it doesn't feel like it's overwhelmed with kids. Like there's obviously kids here, but it doesn't feel honestly like any other public space that is just like overwhelmingly like kids running everywhere.
But that's because all the kids have their own little section.
Yeah,
so
well, they have their own
Yeah.
floor of the ship, right? Like deck 5 is like pretty much entirely kids clubs. Our friend's 12-year-old, like we have like literally not seen him since we boarded yesterday, except for dinner last night, because he's like in the kids club, like doing his own thing. It's hilarious.
It's about 12:30 right now, so we're probably about to go get some lunch and just stuff ourselves because food's unlimited, and I've been eating like a monster.
Yeah.
And
It's solid.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, so for lunch, there's Cabanas is the big buffet. It's open for breakfast and lunch. I think they close around 3. They're not open for dinner since, you know, the focus is rotational dining, which I guess we can talk about a little bit. Dinner last night since we didn't record last night. Yeah, so Cabanas, and then there's some pool deck, kind of quick bites, chicken tenders, pizza. We just got a slice of pizza. It was pretty good.
It's pretty solid. Margarita.
Yeah,
on
the
point.
crust was good. There is unlimited soft serve ice cream, pretty much all day. So that's exciting. We're hitting that up later. But for dinner last night, we ate at Animator's Palette.
I will say the food was decent. It wasn't the best, but I did enjoy all the bites.
Yeah, there was some like really good stuff, and then there was some like kind of mediocre stuff. So like the things I really liked were the truffle pasta, little ravioli. I thought was pretty good. My apple and walnut salad was excellent. My butternut squash soup was excellent. The chicken was good, and then they had this like halloumi sesame. Oh God, what do they call it?
I don't know. It was just so good.
Little pocket.
There's a
thing.
pocket of cheese that looked like a little
Yeah,
rose
but
bud.
it was vegetarian and it was really good and well seasoned. The steak was pretty good. Pork chop was super dry.
Yeah.
Pasta was
Not
great.
good. But the tortellini with the truffles were pretty good.
Yeah.
But tonight will be formal night, so we're definitely gonna get dressed up tonight, and drinks are free for tonight.
Well, there are free drinks. Not all drinks are free, but there are free drinks on formal night in the main atrium. So definitely gonna hit that up for sure.
Yeah. All right, we're about to probably jump in the pool right now and
Get some food.
get some food.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day.
It
We're
is.
in the Bahamas.
It is lovely. I am on cloud 9 right now.
So day almost 24 hours into our first cruise. What do you think? Would you do it again?
Absolutely. Where are we booking our next cruise?
So we are at the theater about to watch the Aladdin show.
We're at Walt Disney Theater watching Aladdin, which is unique to the fantasy. Every ship has like their one show, and I think the treasure is going to be Moana, which is going to be amazing.
I am excited for that one. But there's no photography during this moment, so
Can you just show the theater?
yeah. Wow, it is pretty big.
So we just finished the Aladdin show on Fantasy, and I have to say it is freaking fantastical. It is just great.
It was so good. We've heard our friends talk about the production quality of the shows on the Disney cruise ships, and being Broadway caliber. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'm sure it's amazing. Disney theater, is excellent. But I still thought it would be scaled down being on a cruise ship. But it was outstanding. Like the stage size, like pyrotechnics, the friggin' moving carpet, whole new world scene was mind blowing. Like, it was so good. It was awesome. So I'm really excited. Frozen's in a couple nights.
And there's an original that they're gonna have on day 6. Frozen's on day 7. This is day 2. There's so much to come. I'm booking my next Disney cruise already. It's just so crazy.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, so we're at the Captain Reception Hall. It is free drinks for maybe like an hour.
Yeah, there are not free drinks on the Disney cruise very often, so when they are, you take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what we're doing.
You just chug them down. You just keep chugging them down for a
And
whole
then you
hour.
find out where the beverage station is so you can get the first dibs on what they come out with. So they're walking around with some Prosecco. I think I got some kind of white wine, margarita, a rum runner, and then a non-alcoholic punch. All delicious. We have dinner in like 30 minutes. We're eating at Enchanted Garden tonight. Heard the Ahi Tuna Tower and the sea bass are excellent, so super excited for that. And yeah, just gonna have a great night.
Yep. Well, we'll see you guys later.
Hey everybody, we're here at the Lookout Key.
At Lighthouse Point.
Yes.
We are one of the first visitors of Disney's new private beach area on Eleuthera, which is a Bahamian island. There was a preview cruise on the Magic just a few days ago, but this is the inaugural Lighthouse Point cruise that we are on. and we are so excited. It is warm,
Very
and
warm.
very sunny today.
I am very sweaty right now, but I cannot wait to jump into these beautiful waters.
Yeah, it's like super gorgeous blue Caribbean water, and the island looks beautiful. There's about a 15-minute walk along this pier. It's a very shallow near the island, so Disney decided to build a pier so that it could dock and people could walk. Over to the left, there's a Princess cruise ship that has a private beach area, and they have to tender, so they have to get on a boat, a smaller boat, and then take that boat to the island. So, you know, plus or minuses, tendering is a big pain. There's a lot more ability to walk to the island with the pier, but there were some complaints about the distance of the pier and how far it was from the ship and all of that. But I mean, you know, I think it's nice to have the flexibility to not have to wait for a boat to go back and forth to the cruise ship. And
But-
it's gorgeous.
Yeah. The team members on board were a little nervous because this is their actual first time entering the island, and
Like this morning.
This
Like,
morning.
our waiters last night were they're handing out cold towels.
well, that's
This is fantastic.
yeah. Let's grab ourselves a cold towel.
They know their audience.
It's that hot.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Woo!
I'm gonna come back on the side. So, so our waiters last night, you know, we're like, oh, are you guys excited? And they're like, we've never been on the island. And that's kind of crazy. Think about like your first time going to work. Like they're gonna be running the food and services and all that on the islands today, and they've never been on the island. So they had to be on the island at 6:30 this morning to start getting oriented. So that will obviously get better as, you know, the ships start porting here and all the cast member teams get to know the island just like they do at Castaway. But definitely going to be interesting today to see kind of what their experience is like and all that. But, you know, we have a really, not low expectations because Disney always has a high product. Like, we know it's the first real sort of time that people are on the island. That's why we did this cruise. So I think just enjoying it and recognizing that and coming up with that expectation is going to make for a really great day. The walk was super lovely. It was like 12 minutes. And there are tons of adorable crabs. There is clearly a lot of growth that needs to happen with the vegetation that they planted, but it's going to be beautiful as it fills in. We're at the tram stop. Take this tram, it's about a mile over to the actual resort area, and gotta get over there.
Alright, so it looks like we just got here. We just arrived, and the merch shop is just freaking insane. There is going to be no way we're going to be able to purchase anything right now, but hopefully none of the merch gets sold out because I want to get some merch. Gosh, checking out Treasures of Illutra, and God, they got some really cute merch here. They got some hand-weaved baskets and a couple of towels. Very beautiful. They got some art as well. Really great.
And so I just finished exploring Lighthouse Point, and I gotta say, it is freaking beautiful. I've checked out the beaches, I've had a great cocktail, and man, the vibes are high and everything is great. Life is great right now. Some people were saying that the island was a little bit incomplete, but I have to say it's pretty well done. Everything is still new, but it feels kind of finished.
Let's go.
We're just talking about the completeness of the island.
Yeah, it's gonna fill in as it grows in, but it's a beautiful location. I mean, this water is stunning, and the sand is so soft. It's like perfect white, fluffy sand. It's gorgeous.
We are about to check out the Junkanoo,
Rush, a Junkanoo celebration of Disney's Lookout Key at the Goombay Cultural Center. Really beautiful space. I will say the roof lines and attention to detail make it look very like nautical shells is really gorgeous, I think.
All right, the show's about to begin. Alright, so I found out what Junkanoo means, and it means to celebrate and party.
So we just experienced the Junkanoo celebration. Junkanoo is a Bahamian festival celebrating 16 islands in the Bahamas. It's fantastic. It has carnival vibes, big elaborate costumes and percussion and drums and trumpets. It was awesome. So we are here in Serenity Bay, which is the adult-only 18 and up section of the island. So there's plenty of seating, beach that's just for adults only, a bar, as well as a food section offering the same food as the other barbecues. But just a nice space if you want to get away from kind of the family, kid vibe, and it's beautiful. Okay, so we just got back to the boat after spending probably 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah.
On Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point, Disney's new private beach area. I won't say private island because technically the island is not private, but their area is. I have to say, I've not been to Castaway Key yet, so I can't compare it to Castaway Key yet. We'll give you our thoughts on Friday whenever we come back to Lookout Key after going to Castaway Key on Thursday. But I have to say, I am incredibly impressed. There was some pretty negative, I think, or critical feedback about the island from the preview cruise, but I have to say the beach is one of the most beautiful Caribbean blue, crystal clear blue water beaches I have ever seen.
I definitely have to agree. The sands were so soft. It was beautiful. Everybody were enjoying themselves. And I want to say, and I'm going to be honest about the food at the location. Maybe just some of the food because we didn't get to try all the food. We did try just the bowls. The bowls were not that great, but the burgers smelled so delicious. And the chicken sandwiches look great. I wish we kind of just waited in line and did those instead of having the shortest line and getting the bowls. But overall, as an experience, my first time on a cruise and landing at Lighthouse Point, I'm impressed.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's start from. So we got off the ship right at 8:30. There's about a 12-minute walk from the pier to the tram stop, because I think what makes this beach so beautiful is the water around the island is extremely shallow. And so for a large cruise ship like this to port and not have to tender on a second boat to the island, the pier is pretty far. It's a pretty long pier walk. But it was nice to just be able to walk onto the island and not have to take another boat. Once we got to the tram stop at the end of the pier, we waited there for about 2 rounds of trams. It looks like there's at least 8 trams running as of today. And so it took maybe another 10 minutes to get on a tram. The tram ride was another 8 to 10 minutes. It has a really nice recording, kind of introducing to the island. It's pretty cute. And then you get over to Lookout Key, which is essentially on the other side of this really narrow peninsula. And you can definitely tell that the island's not finished. Like they're still finishing landscaping, and look at the bike trails were still closed and some parts of the nature trail. But you also can tell once everything has grown in that they planted, it is going to be
Beautiful.
Really beautiful.
Yeah. What was another thing that I liked about? I will say, just as a warning, if you're looking to purchase merch, you got to get there early, or else it sells out instantly.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably because this is the inaugural cruise, and so people are buying, gonna be the first ones to have Lookout Key merch. Yeah, the store right at the entrance to the area is it was crazy. There was, I mean,
The lines are long.
30 people long just to pay. It was pretty wild. I will say, so again, pros, absolutely the beach. The beach is insanely gorgeous, and there's plenty of seating. We saw tons of open seats still, even midday. The seating right on the beach gets taken up very quickly, but there's a kind of a sand dune, a little higher area up, and there's more beach chairs there. There's plenty of beach chairs. Another pro, everything is brand new. So like the restrooms are gorgeous.
Yes.
There's tons of restrooms and shower areas to clean off sand and stuff like that. So that was really nice. Most of the area is on an elevated kind of like deck system of like the actual like shops and bars and bathrooms and stuff, which is kind of nice. It's very pretty and a little bit elevated. So then there's like kind of untouched vegetation around you that is not going to be disturbed by people just kind of going crazy.
Yeah.
Another bars.
Well, bars. The drinks were freaking amazing. Non-alcoholic and alcoholic. I had both once. If you ask the bartender for an extra floater, you may have a little extra alcohol poured.
Yeah, I feel like that may have been a first day
Yeah.
thing because their computer system was down, so we were getting paper tickets for that first round of drinks, and John asked for a floater, and he poured it on. He did not add it to the ticket, so
Yeah.
that was lovely.
That was great.
But there's 4 bars at least that we saw. 3 and like kind of like 1 on the far, I guess, south end, and then like 2 kind of in the middle, and then 1 over in Serenity Bay on the north end of the beach.
But I did want to say about the adult section. I know how the Disney cruise lines kind of section off the adult section and, kind of themes it adulty. It kind of looked the same. So if a child was to walk over there and explore, they couldn't really tell that's an adults only section. And
Yeah, it does not feel exclusive. It's not, because my understanding is Serenity Bay feels quite separate from the rest of the area. In Castaway Key, it's separated by the cabanas on the like non-beach side, like on the developed side. On the beach side, you don't even notice that you're now in the like adult section, and it was really crowded. It's not a huge area. It was very crowded. Back to food, it was a very hot day. Not a lot of clouds. Not a lot of shade around, but like in between buildings. Like the buildings have lovely shade, or the structures. So the lines were super long for True 2. Those are the 2 regular barbecue areas, and then the Serenity Bay one. The lines were super long, and it was hot. And so when we looked at the line, like I wanted a burger, but I didn't want to wait in that line in the heat. And so we went to the other side section. And usually, like we like rice bowls, and it wasn't that they were bad; they just were like not amazing. And so it was just like it was fine.
Yeah.
And,
It fed us for lunch.
Yeah, totally.
What is that? What is our favorite word today?
Junkanoo is our favorite word today. It is, we found out, so we went to a couple kind of cultural entertainments things. So the first was the Fun in the Sun Beach Bash. That was pretty cute. They had Chippendale, Goofy, Pluto. I feel like somebody else.
Goofy, Donald, Minnie.
No, not at the.
Oh, not the
at
bash.
beach
Yeah, no.
But it was cute because they had like basically like games, like they did Limbo, and they did this like water thing where you had to like squeeze it. You had to like pass a sponge fill a sponge up in one bucket and like pass it down the line with your team, and then squeeze out the other end of the bucket. And like whoever had the most water after a certain amount of time like won. And so it was pretty cute and super interactive. It was good for kids, but really entertaining. The characters were super lively. And then we went to the Junkanoo celebration. And so Junkanoo is a Bahamian festival that is celebrated in like 16 islands in the Bahamas. And so that was really impressive. They had first characters, so that was Mickey, Minnie, Daisy, Donald, that came out. And then there was like these like carnival, like dressed like dancers with these full elaborate costumes. And then there was like a whole marching band behind it of like trumpets and percussion. And there was like dancing, and that was super, super cool.
Yeah.
So that's the appropriate use of Junkanoo, but we were trying to come up with as many other ways to utilize Junkanoo, and I feel like the next iteration of that is going to be a bar crawl through all 4 bars called Drunkanoo, and I'm pretty
my God.
stoked for that. That might happen on Thursday. Who knows? It could become a thing.
Yeah. I'm actually very excited to go back on Thursday. I definitely want to get some merch. That's number 1. 2, I feel like it was a long day. It was hot.
Mhm.
We were drained
I
by...
feel like we wanted to like take it all in today, especially it's the first time people are on the island. But Thursday is definitely more chill. We have snorkeling on Thursday on a chartered boat, which is going to be pretty awesome. Our friends are doing like a cultural tour of Eleuthera, so the larger island that Lookout Key is on. And so it'll be fun to hear that. It's going to be super fun to go to Castaway Key for the first time and see Castaway Key on Thursday and kind of be able to take it all in. And so in the future, definitely as you're looking at Disney Cruise Line cruises, look at the itineraries, right? So some itineraries will only go to Castaway Key, some itineraries will only go to Lookout Key, but there are a fair number of itineraries that we've seen coming up that are double dips where you'll go to both Castaway Key and Lookout Key. And so if you like the kind of private island feel and like a beach day sort of vibe, that's really cool to look out. And if you think about it, that's like two days that you're going to have paid for food that's included in the price of your cruise, since food on the island is included with your cruise reservation. How do you feel about cruising?
It's my first cruise. It's day 3, and I love it. I don't want to leave the ship. I am dreading. I feel like day 3, day 4, I'm like, oh wow, we're like
knowing
halfway.
that we're like over the hump. Tomorrow is like less days left than more days left. That feels a little sad.
It does, and I've enjoyed everything. I don't have any complaints, honestly. The food's great, the entertainment, and I'm not sure we spoke about this, but the Aladdin show.
Oh my god!
My God, it was Broadway level. It was just incredible.
Yeah, I'm super excited for Frozen on Thursday night, which is supposed to be just as spectacular.
Well, I will say though, the only draining part about the Lighthouse Point is returning back, because you got to go through 2 securities in order to get back on the ship. And then on top of that, you're walking a 12-minute stretch, so you're already burnt out, you're dehydrated, and
yeah, it's definitely, I mean, it is work to get back to the ship. But I mean, I think that's true for most ports, right? Like, you get off in Nassau or Freeport or any port, like you're going to have to get back to the cruise terminal and do all those things. So I think it's pretty normal. It feels new to us since it was the first day. Yeah, it's been really good. I think, my thoughts on Disney Cruise so far is exceptional quality of theming. Food has been excellent. Cast members and staff have been so wonderful. I very much enjoyed the rotational dining concept where we keep our same head waiter and assistant waiter, because that's been really nice to form relationships with them and get to know them, and them get to know us. And it's interesting, like it feels very Disney in that there are these nods to classic IP and characters, and you see characters walking around, but it also doesn't feel in your face. It's not like non-stop like animated kid content by any means, and I think that has been really cool to feel the Disney experience without it being necessarily like childish or kiddie. Because it really, like, I think as two adults who love Disney but I also want to have an adult cruise, it just felt like you can do both really well. So, and even if you don't love Disney the way that we love Disney, I think you would still have a fantastic time just because the quality of the experience in terms of, again, entertainment, food, drink, all of that is superb.
all right. Well, that's our.
Thoughts after Lookout Key at Lighthouse Points, and
We're gonna come back to this after checking out tomorrow. Wait, tomorrow's
Nassau.
Nassau.
Yeah,
I mean,
and then Castaway Key on Thursday.
once I checked out Castaway Key, I'm gonna kind of compare both of them, and I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
And we have a beer tasting in about 45 minutes.
All right. Well,
So that's what we're gonna do next.
see you later, guys. We would love to help you plan your next magical vacation. We specialize in Disney, Universal, cruise line, and all-inclusive resorts.
Please reach out to us at fantasticalvacations.com for more information. If you're liking these videos, please like and subscribe.
Thank you.